Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you and you and you and you and you. Grand day, beautiful beings of love and light and everything that's magnificent that's going on in this universe. Yeah, so today I figured I would get up earlier and get some work out the way. Yesterday I did, and I don't know if today's actually Thursday. I think today is actually Wednesday. I don't really, yeah, I think today is Wednesday. I had Tuesday off for my 9 to 5. And today is actually hump day. So let's do that again. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you and you and you and you and you. Man, I must be ready for this weekend to come along, because I'm like, yo, it's Thursday. No, it's not. No, it's not yet. This weekend I have a couple of events to attend, and these are just fun things. I'm really excited because I've had a struggle of, I just, like I said, I moved to St. Petersburg 7 months ago. When I arrived, I was living in Colorado, and I was just like, yo, spirit, for, the sake of my growth and my journey, I only thing I knew is that I wanted to live in Florida. Outside of that, I didn't know anything else. And my spirit guides was like, go to St. Petersburg. And I'm like, they was like, go to St. Pete. And I'm like, all right. So like in the year 2020 through 2022, I had already lived in Florida, but I lived on Tampa side, and I was familiar with that side and everything. Yeah, when it was time for me to return, it said to come to St. Pete. I've only visited St. Pete like maybe 1 or 2 times, and for all the travelers out there, how foreign it feels. How foreign it feels, when you get to a new location, and it's like, oh my gosh, where the heck am I? The newness of it, trying to get acclimated with everything. And let me pause right quick. I just want to give thanks to the Omniverse and to you all for tuning in and watching my video. I greatly appreciate you. I do hope that it is informative and it's entertaining. Because one thing I do know about life is that the only way that we can reach our abundance is through love and happiness and joy, and staying in high frequencies and in high vibrations, So I tend to laugh a lot, and even laugh at my own pain and my own struggles, because even with me sitting here right now in this moment, like a year ago, 2 years ago, 7 months ago, it was like I was working towards it, but yet I didn't know that it would feel this good, to just be bumping my gums, talking. So I am very grateful. I'm very grateful for the spiritual journey that I've embarked on, the healing that I have been able to, do for self and others. And I implore that you also start your healing journey, your spiritual journey, and know that you're not alone on it. And, I'm saying find the reasons to laugh, because it's not that serious on it, for real. We're here to create. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy one another. I am a lot of my videos is centered around Reiki. I am a life force energy healer. I do what you will experience in this video is like me telling stories about my journey, my experiences. I'm sorry, I have to bite my sandwich. Very hot. Okay, I'll wait. As I explain what Reiki is and give you a little bit more of the secrets, in more of a down-to-earth, concrete manner. 1 second. My previous history and background, when I graduated high school, I was already a certified nursing assistant, medicine. I was to go into Western medicine. My teachers had told me that, Miss Householder, I love you, rest in power. If you are in the, etherics, I'm not sure. I moved away from my hometown, so I'm not sure what's happening there yet. My health occupations teachers, Miss Buchanan and Miss Householder, I love you very, very, very much. And Miss Householder told me, she was like, if you don't write a book, some medical journal about, I'm gonna haunt you from my grave. So I'm hoping this is sufficing you, because the type of medicine that I am very involved in is holistic, as far as Reiki and using our herbs, the earth, to heal and keep us fortified and balanced. That is the medicine that I was guided to follow and to partake in. So, and then after maybe 4 to 6 years in the medical field, I just couldn't do it anymore. Patients were dying, I felt like, people were like more or less guinea pigs, and I was just so sad. Like, I became very sensitive to the sound of cracking bones, blood, all sorts of things, and I just like, I can't do this, I can't do this. I think what really put the nail in the coffin for me in my medical career was, I was aspiring to become a pediatrician, and I went to the peds unit, and just like seeing the sick babies just broke my heart. Like, it completely broke my heart. And like maybe a couple of weeks after that, I decided that medicine was no longer for me. I also, through my own history, I've had to battle, air quotes, mental disorders. My family come from a line of bipolarism, and various things of that nature. So I've had to overcome a lot to get to where I am today. And the one thing that I refused to do was allow them to label me, to allow them to speak these things over me, because I know truthfully and divinely who I am. And even though I didn't have the terminologies for it or anything of that nature to explain how I felt and what was going on, I knew I was not that. Being financially unstable, causes for emotionally unstable will affect your mental stability. And once I learned how to master my own emotions, master thyself, everything else falls into alignment. So yesterday I did a video on what is Reiki. Today I'm going to go over briefer than I did yesterday, the history of Reiki. And just to recap from yesterday, what is Reiki? Reiki is Rei, literally means the universal and limitless aspects of aspects of energy. Ki represents the life force, which is all around all living things. Okay. It's a Japanese word. It's been like known of for over 10,000 years. I would say shamans, healers in Egypt, Japan, China, Tibet. It was also used in India, China. Well, it says it was used in India, China, and Japan, and came to the U.S. in the 19th century via Dr. Mikao Usui. Alright? Reiki can be used anytime, anywhere, and this is something that is kind of with you from lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And the more lifetimes you partake in this healing energy, this gift, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Yes. So, the history of Reiki. Yesterday, I did like a 2-hour video, 2 hours and 30 minutes. I would love to cut this down. I see my timer today, so I'm going to pay attention to it and just try not to get it over an hour today. Probably less stories, okay? Alright. So, I'm going to read the story of Reiki. This is the story of how Reiki was rediscovered by Dr. Mikao Usui, as told by Grand Master Hawaii Takata. Dr. Usui was the principal of a Christian seminary in Kyoto, Japan. Dr. Usui was also a Christian minister. In a discussion, some of his older students were questioning him about the healing methods used by Jesus Christ. Dr. Usui admitted he was unable to explain the miracles attributed to Jesus. This started him thinking, and eventually he resigned his position at the seminary. He then traveled to the U.S. and studied for his doctorate at the University of Chicago. Unable to find the answer in the writings of Christianity, he decided to study Buddhism. It was also taught that Buddha had the power to heal. Dr. Usui sought and was admitted to the Zen monastery, where he undertook the study of his Buddhist scriptures. He searched for 7 years, during which time he learned to read Sanskrit. Finally, Dr. Usui found some Sanskrit formulas and symbols in an old Buddhist sutra, which seems to hold the answers to his questions. At this time, he was living in a monastery in Kyoto, and after obtaining permission, set off for the holy mountain of Kariyama and Kariyamu to fast and meditate. He wished to gain contact. My apologies. He wished to gain contact with the level of consciousness in which the symbols had been written, in order to determine their truth for himself. Upon arriving at the mountain, he placed 21 stones before him, one of which he removed every day. 21 days passed with nothing unusual happening. But on the last day, he became aware of a shining light, which seems to move closer to him with great speed. As it drew nearer, it increased in size and finally hit him in the middle of the forehead. he suddenly saw bubbles of light, which contained the symbols he had studied, and they became burned into his memory. Upon returning to his normal consciousness, Dr. Usui was surprised that he no longer felt tired, hungry, or stiff. Being full of energy, he immediately started down the mountain. In his rush, In his rush, he stubbed his toe hard against a rock. He reached down and held the toe for a few minutes. The pain ceased and the bleeding stopped. This was the first miracle. After coming off the mountain, Dr. Usui stopped at an inn to eat. Noticing his appearance, the innkeeper offered him something very light to break his fast. However, against the innkeeper's warning, he ordered a large meal and ate it without becoming ill. This was the second miracle. The granddaughter of the innkeeper was suffering from a bad toothache. Dr. Usui laid his hands on her face, and the toothache was immediately relieved. This was the third miracle. Upon Dr. Usui's return to the monastery, the abbot, suffering from arthritis, experienced healing. Dr. Usui then decided to leave the monastery, and for the next 7 years worked in the slums of Kyoto. One day, he began to notice that the same faces kept returning. Dr. Usui then realized that their bodies had healed, but he had not taught them appreciation for life or a new way of living. He left the slums to search for those people who wished to know more and taught them how to heal themselves. As Dr. Usui's life was drawing to a close, he passed on his secrets to one of his closest collaborators, Dr. Chihiro Hayashi. Dr. Hayashi, realizing the importance of keeping records, began a clinic in Tokyo to teach the practice of Reiki. It was to this clinic that a Japanese woman from Hawaii, Hawayo Takata, came. At the time that she was told to try Reiki clinic, she was suffering from a number of severe illnesses and was about to undergo an operation. After a few months of treatment, she had completely regained her health. Hawayo Takata became a pupil of Dr. Hayashi for a year and then returned to Hawaii. In 1938, Dr. Hayashi made her a master, and she succeeded him upon his death in 1941. Ms. Takata lived and worked in Hawaii for many years, and when she was in her 70s, began to train other masters. She passed away on December the 11th, 1980, leaving 22 Reiki masters in Canada and in the U.S. Shortly after her death, Takata and some of these masters started the American Reiki Association, which was to organize and coordinate the passing of this knowledge. Today, Reiki is represented by 2 organizations, will have succeeded the American Reiki Association, Inc. These are the American International Reiki Association, Inc., AIRA, and the Reiki Alliance. The AIRA was founded by Dr. Barbara Weber Ray, and the Reiki Alliance by Ms. Takata's granddaughter, Phyllis Lee Foromoto. And that is the history of Reiki. I think I do have some time. I have a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude with this first beginning of this manual. And we can I'll start doing other things as far as what is Reiki. So I did 2 hours yesterday on what is Reiki. I just gave what is the history of Reiki, and now I'm going to go over how does Reiki work briefly, swiftly. And in this communications, I have errands to run today. So. No, I think I'll pause. I'm sorry. I'll pause because I need to eat my breakfast also, and I gotta make sure I stay on my time schedule. And a short video is a great video. Great. So my intention is to come back later, maybe while I'm washing my clothes or something like that. I'll go ahead and do the how does Reiki work session with you, and perhaps actually do a Reiki session. So look out for that. As I said, I am a level 2 Reiki energy healer. And Reiki goes where it is needed. So whomever is open to receive it will get some benefits from it. But the more important part of it is why I would ask for you to contact me by email at riverphynxel@gmail.com, is for the mere fact that with concentrated focused energy, it actually helps more than me just doing it in general. I do also offer group, personal Reiki sessions, half hour, and like I said, 3 days, three consecutive days is what is most leaned towards. And our Reiki principles, we're going to go over those. I'll end it with that, actually. And so these are some reminders that we can give ourselves through the course of our day. This is how we stay grounded. This is how we stay in high frequencies. This is how we keep our bodies from not breaking down, releasing energies. Yet these are our Reiki principles. And say these often, say them daily, all right? The first one is, just for today, do not worry. Just for today, do not anger. Just for today, honor your parents, teachers, and elders, even if that means moving along and being silent. Just for today, earn your living honestly. Just for today, show gratitude to every living thing, and especially yourself. All right? Peace, blessings, love, prosperity, joy, happiness, laughter, hops, skips, and jumps. I see you later. Talk to you later. Later.